Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Rev, and this is Starpoint Gemini Warlords. And we're still going along here in our strategy guide, and today, when we last left off, my homework assignment was to go and get a bunch of my materials. Now there's some ways you can do it if you want to, and you put your ship right by the station, and let's say you got to go eat dinner. Go eat dinner. I did it a couple of times. I've got my materials now more than... Oh, what is that? Encounter mission. Yeah, you'll see these all over the place. Encounter missions. I wonder if that's a super special one. I don't know. But before we go check anything out like that, I want to do this real quick. Like I said, now we're getting to the point now where there's more of these to do than I can actually do. And it's just going to get worse. And all I did was push out this way because I knew we had more of the junk reclaimers out here. One of them you do have to turn on, which I did, but I haven't done these guys down here yet. So, today, let us talk. So we're geared up, and it's time to get into the new, super new, cool research. So we go to construction, and we'll get to some different construction things later, but right now we're gonna do the first level of the R&D. Boom. Now we've got to do we need the mod, the second big oh, come on, go back to it. Oh jeez. Yes. Here we go. This bad boy, the hub module. We need to do the next version of that, and we'll get to it. But first, let's talk some research. That's going to seem a little overwhelming at first, but don't worry about it. We'll get it figured out, and it's not that difficult. Now we've got a lot of different things to go over here. Start with chassis, and these are basically so you can build your fleet. So if you, let's say, want to learn how to do the destroyer, right? Because you want to make destroyers. Whew, it's a spendy price tag, but you can build destroyers. Frigates. Now, frigates aren't too bad, but again, and the one thing you need to keep in mind when going through and doing any of this research and development, you can only do one thing at a time. So, of course, I'm going to do weapons first. And I think that is the Severance. Severance, yes, the railgun. There we go. That is my beginning. And then it'll start to work on it. Okay, so we've also got with a beam weapon. Again, you guys will see here, we'll do a comparison, and I'll show you guys exactly what's what. Of course, and we've got the next, and it goes up in each sequence, and I'll show you guys that as we go. And then this would probably be the plasma cannon. We've got a shockwave generator and missiles, fusion torpedoes. So this is the next thing I would say is once you get a weapon built, you know, whatever weapon you want to build, you need to go to propulsions, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to, and that's this right here. It's propulsions is one. Now you can go through and turn them on and just, you know, set the money aside if you want, but I'd wait until you get, you know, one thing done at a time. Anyway, so maximize propulsion. Avalon is sensor enhancement. Halo, shields, and it's just a much stronger, beefier overall shield. But the things I would recommend is, again, pick your poison, your main weapon. Pick one of the heavy-duty, heavy weapons, and then propulsion and shields, and then fighters. So we come over here, and we've got Blink. And that's one I haven't tried yet. Charmingly named Blink. So we're going to try that one. I got a pretty good idea what it is. Probably, if you can imagine like a short hop in space, you know what I'm saying? I bet you that's what that is. I don't know. It'd be interesting. And grappler enhancement. And the Han, that one is for your hangar. And then the Astria cloak to beef up your cloak. Now we've got infrastructure. And as you can see, they're all very, very locked down. And the first one is 5,000 and 5,000. So, remember I was saying there's a reason why we're doing all of these the modules a certain way first. This is why, because we can't turn any of our guard posts, which on the map are the little stations that we take over. You can't go into them, but it's the little ones you take over. We can't fortify those, so we're going to have to wind up putting fleets there depending on what area we take over and how long it takes us to do it. But again, that'll be a little bit later on as we get things built. I'll show you guys how I go through and clear things out. And then we've got hyperspace torrent gate, and this one is for the wormhole that's right next to our station. So I think once we get this one up and we can build that, use the T-gates, it'll be right by us, so we'll be able to jump and do and conquer everybody and kill everyone. And then of course we've got a junk reclaimer. Oh, okay, that was not too bad. Needs the second level required there. Junk reclaimer, of course, that's the one we'll hit first because, yeah, like I said, it's usually this is the worst, then gas, then this. But we're going to be doing something with the gas here soon, too. Civilian fleets. All right, on the ready. So you can put ships with your fleet so they actually win more. Same thing, probably bigger ships, salvage equipment, of course, now. So these are more ways to improve our mining and our salvage, which of course we're going to want to do. I mean, those, because the more you invest in it and the more you can keep it cranking in, the better we'll do. Now, the thing they haven't put in yet is the trade system. And when they do, I'm sure that's going to ease it a little of this up so you can actually have a little bit more management. I would hope so. All right, and then we've got, of course, improved scanners, improved construction rig. So what that is I think as your little fleets get blown up, they have to be replenished. It'll speed that up. And then we've got our scout scanner. That's interesting. So that one we will definitely try out at some point. But again, we've already got one thing going here. So, all right. So we want to go to our skills and perks because, and we want to go into perks because, oh, where is it? Is it personal? All right. So here's one that we need to start doing now because we need the money to start coming in. Because we're going to start taking things over, and we're going to need a bigger ship, and that's where a lot of our credits are going to go. So we're going to activate the tax collector, and then we've got I've only got one more, and master of taxes. We'll get back to you, son. Okay, so all production conducted in the HQ is done faster, and I don't think that one is turned on yet. We can't actually make things. They're going to have a module where we can design things, and I'll go over that later. Laborat. There we go. Decrease research duration by 15%. That's the other one I want to do because that should speed up development time. So we'll turn that on. And of course we're going to want to come back, hit that railgun skills. Now we got 6 of these. Like I said, I didn't do a whole lot. It could be higher. How about shockwave? Not available until 15. We got gravity pull and our shotgun, huh? Gravity pull. Looks like we can get more of those. Uh-oh. Really? Oh, there we go. I like using that anyways when we're in combat. But let's go back into research. Refit real quick. So our severance is done. We can even do another one of those, which isn't probably, it's probably a good idea. But instead, because we've got so much distance and other such things to do, we're going to do the maxima instead. All right. Close that up. And then, of course, trader. Oh, we do have some crap to sell. Interesting. I don't know how I got that. I don't remember. All right. So, everything's good there. We go to equipment, systems. All right. So, what tends to happen, at least from what I saw, the first time I did this, is they put it all the way nice and down here at the bottom. Now, the important thing to remember is, see this? 10. Don't buy all 10. I bought all 10 the first time. I didn't realize you could only, buy what you need. So, I'm going to buy 1. All right. And we shall put it there. So we're looking at a 210 versus 289. That is definitely going to help. And then, of course, we, depending on, you know, what side you like to usually turn to, immediately take that ripper, put it right back in there. So we've got the Ripper 3, which is the best of the rippers, a Ripper 2, and our Severance. So we can go back to Systems now, and we can... yeah, we don't need any of it, so we'll just sell all of it. Of course, I've always wanted to grow my T-drives. Okay. So, let's go look at construction again now. We'll pull out here. We got a few things that we need to get going. So, first things first, of course. Bam. Ooh! Look at that. 5,000 for the next model level. Ow. I'm not worried about the hangar right now because, you know what? I think I have one ship in there and I'll just sell it off. But let's see. We've got our mining ops. And going to the second one means gas enabled. Now that we need to do. So we're going to do that one. Whoo. Really? Ow. Okay. And of course, we definitely want to do more of the junk reclaimer. And R&D. We don't have enough gas. Alright. Awesome. So the next level is going to be our trade center. Will become available during early access. This is what I was talking about. And they just haven't put it in yet. I'm sure it'll be in the next few updates. And it'll be probably, I would think, part of a major update, because putting in this trade system is, I would think, a hell of a lot of work. Because they've got to work everything out. They got the numbers to crunch. So, and production plan. This is the other thing I was speaking about, is that we're going to be making our equipment and weapons, so it will speed up the process and make things easier. Any white that you see, that, oh, whoa. Do we have enough fleets to send? No, I don't see. I'm out of fleets still. All right. So, any white like this down here, this gas, we should be insufficient resources. Son of a biscuit. Yep. I'm out of resources now. So, we'll do these next. And in the next episode, I'm going to start just... because the cool thing about having the ship that I do is it has a cloak. So, we're going to go through and we're just going to clear all of this, and we will of course continue to work on our construction, and I'll keep pointing you guys in the right way, because the whole point I'm trying to do is make this so that no matter what choices you are, you know what all your choices are, because there's so much to know. So please like, favorite, and subscribe. I'm the Rev. Keep your heads down, your guns up.
See you again soon, Captain. Safe travels.
Woohoo! And I'll see you again real damn soon.